Now, if you keep up with my social media story, I know there's a good following, about 10, 11 people who, I'd say about 10 to 15 people who avidly keep up with my stories. Now, I want to talk today about low quality, low value people and why you need to build your war room. I call it the war room with high value, high quality people who will go to bat for you, who will swing for you, who will talk to you, or well, for you, in a demeanor that is as you would speak yourself. So, starting off with the low quality, low value people. Now, these are your beggars, your barters, your liars, your thieves. These are people who manipulate and people who cause drama, who cause defamation of people for their own benefit, who live for the wrong kind of action. And, these people come from all sorts of different stories and places and ages, males, females, young boys, young women. It doesn't matter, okay? The biggest problem that I see through my experience personally has to be kids in high school or of high school age, young adults, early 20s, oftentimes in their 30s as well. And basically, these are people who seek for drama, right? These are people who are always causing issues with other people, who are always gossiping and shit talking and all of these things. They're not providing a true, genuine value to anybody, not even themselves, okay? They are trying to be the main character of their own story by manipulating people into believing certain things or certain beliefs that are just blatantly not wrong, like true at all, obviously. And I have my own experiences with this, and even recently. So these people will come into your life and they will look at you and they will observe you and they will try and paint a specific light on you as an individual, right? And then after they've painted this light and this aspect that they believe in and that they want people to believe, instead of being a true man or a true woman who is perspicacious and prosperous, instead of confronting you on what they think you know and actually being honest and truthful and respectful, and getting their answers and facts from the source itself, rather than taking this approach, what they will do is they will go around in little cliques and posses and they will spread these false rumors or these defamations and these lies about you to get other people to believe that and to try and ruin your ego and reputation as an individual. These people often don't have very much going from themselves from the very beginning. They also don't have very many friends, they're not very popular, etc. And I'm not trying to say that you need to have these things to be a good, perspicacious person. But with that said, these are often common qualities and factors within an individual that make these things what they are, and these people act the way that they act. They are missing a piece within their own life or their own beliefs and their own dream state that they want to achieve, but they're missing something that makes them act like this individual, which is not okay at all. Now, like I said, I have recent experience with this as well. And I'm not going to name any names. I don't like drama. I don't like being involved with drama. I don't like observing drama. And it's not a key point in my life that I look to have at any point in time. I don't like drama at all. It's something that I wish I could eliminate from my life completely. You know, recently I had people going behind my back and making these allegations, not really allegations, but just defamations and deceit and lies behind my back, trying to get people to believe something specific that just isn't true at all. And I will be the first to admit that before I started my journey of, bettering myself and learning discipline and becoming a better individual, I was that same piece of shit. I did those same things. I would gossip, I would lie, I would talk shit, and all of these things. And I wasn't a good guy at that time. And I had a lot of issues, Mentally, I was struggling in a place where I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I had no road or path that I was following. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to be doing. I was lazy, I was weak-minded, and all of these things. But, thankfully I have changed. And a big thing is, your past may have been your past. But one thing I always stress to people is your past self does not need you. It is your future self who needs you. Everything that you do should be for your future, right? And so when you start making changes as an individual and a man, and you start bettering yourself and becoming the man it is you truly want to be as an individual, if you want to be that top G of your own story and you want to be that hero, you are selfless. You are doing things that you need to do, even if you don't want to do them, because that's a part of being a man or even a woman, being a true, real woman. And so when people from your past who maybe you did something bad to, or, whatever the situation may be, and they keep coming to you, even though you are a changed person, you are new, you are now on that path of self-righteousness, and they keep trying to spread rumors and lies and whatnot. It is why you hear so many mentors and you hear so many G's talk about this, that you need to surround yourself with people you can rely on, that are high value and of high quality. And that kind of leads me into the war room aspect. When you are building your network, when you are making relationships with friends, you are building your surroundings, and you are really starting to put the nails in the wood to build the house. You need to have a team of people that will have your back tenfold, no matter what the situation is. And finding these people can obviously be very difficult, very hard. And there's not very many people like this who will go to bat and swing for you no matter the, occasion. And that goes without saying. Obviously, if you do something that you shouldn't do and you go against your own code and you break someone's trust, you need to reevaluate yourself as a man and as an individual, right? But also, with that said, you have to be very careful on the people whom you select to be around. You have to elect these people who hold these qualities of leadership, who hold these qualities of honesty and truth and selflessness, and people who will make you successful and you will make them successful. A lot of people talk about how they have this friend, right, that they would go months or years without talking to and come back. And it'll be like they just saw him yesterday, You catch up, whatever. But you're still as tight as you were those many months ago, or those many days ago, or those many years ago. Those are the kind of people that you should be surrounding yourself with. Because that shows a level of gratuity, dedication, and loyalty to one another. You have to build these brotherhoods, these families. I tell people all the time is I don't have any friends. And that's true. I don't have any friends. The people that I surround myself, I consider to be my brothers or my sisters or anything like that, because we have a close enough, tight enough bond and a relationship and dedication and loyalty to each other that we don't consider each other to be friends. We are more than that. And so, for an example, my best friend, which I consider to be my brother, I've known him for 5 or 6 years now. We've only ever had one argument. In the whole time that we've known each other, we have had one actual argument. You know what we did? Just like real men would do, is we sat down, we were honest, we told each other our frustrations, what we believed was wrong, and we fucking got over it, and we continued on like nothing happened. And that same night, we hung out. We had a great time. And so, if those aren't the kind of people in your war room, and mind you, we are very like-minded people. That's another thing, is the people you surround yourself with should be very like-minded individuals who think the same way as you do, not only on your values of life as an individual, your prospects of business, and everything else alongside of that, the things that you believe in. Because at the end of the day, if you surround yourself with a network of people who are like-minded and have the same goals as you do and are as perspicacious as you are, then you are bound to win and build these bonds and these relationships with these people that are unbreakable, right? You talk about, ancient Rome and the Spartans, right? And I love using them as an example. And a thing I'm going to be talking about here very soon is Thumos. But I'll get into that a different time. But look at the Roman Spartans. Look at the bond that they had and the relationship that they held. Yes, they were an army, but they were more than just that. They were brothers. They were arm in arm, hand in hand. They did everything together. They fought together. They were indefatigable. They kept going no matter what. And even if all of their brothers fell, they kept going because they knew that they owe it to their brothers and that it is their responsibility to fight for them. If your network isn't that same way, if you don't have a network of warriors, a network of Spartans, a network of people who, even if they all die, they or you will keep going because you know you owe it to them and it is your responsibility, and you promised that you would take care of them and they promised they'd take care of you no matter what happens, then you are in the wrong network. You also got to understand is that when it comes to defining your network, is that you should not be having people within your war room who are of different beliefs. And I don't mean religion. Religion's one thing, or politics. Those things don't matter, especially politics. They don't honestly matter at all. Everybody has their opinions, everybody has their thoughts, but there's good people from every aspect, right? What matters is that your values, your goals, and your beliefs in life are the same. If my belief is that I need to be disciplined, I need to have a strong mind and a strong body, and that I need to be successful and take care of the people around me and take care of my family, and that I would die for them if that's what I had to do, those are also the same kind of people that I want inside of my war room too. Because they're thinking the same way. They've got the same thoughts going through their mind. They will never turn on those beliefs. So, my honest message for you today, and the moral, is be very selective of the people who you choose to surround yourself with. When it comes to low quality, low value people, and confronting that situation, always be honest, be mature, okay? Be respectful, okay? Even if they're not respectful back, you always be respectful because that is your duty as a man. If you're out there screaming and cussing and calling them every name under the sun, you collapse your rapport as an individual. And when they try and talk shit about you, and they try and say all these bad things about you, well, then nobody's going to believe them because you're not that man who they claim that you are, and you're not that person who they are trying to make you seem like. You know what I'm saying? So you have to uphold your morals and your values and your standards. You smile, you're happy, you're respectful, and you're honest. If someone's giving you havoc and they're trying to lie about you, you don't go, well, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, nobody likes you, and this and that, and you start insulting them. That makes you a weak little boy. That's all that makes you, okay? That makes you just as bad as that low quality individual. So you have to uphold yourself. You should never shudder on your values or your beliefs as an individual just because somebody else decides that they are going to be a low quality person. That's not ever the path that you should follow, ever, no matter what. And so I want to leave you with the message of be careful, be honest, be kind, but be selective, be aware, and be smart. That's the biggest thing, the biggest piece of advice that I can offer to you. Don't let pests ruin your house, okay? When you build your house, build it big, build it grand, build it glorious, build it with people who will keep the house moving, keep it clean, building it bigger. But don't let termites eat the wood of your house, okay? You don't want to have to call on the exterminator to exterminate pests that shouldn't be there in the first place, okay? And you don't want to play the exterminator game yourself because you should have the knowledge and the wisdom and the power to be honest with people and say, hey, I don't think you're right for me. I don't think that you should be in my life as I should be in yours. So unfortunately, I will not be moving on with this relationship or this friendship or whatever you want to say. But be respectful, be honest. That's my biggest, number one message to all of you.